Part 2 of Broodmare bump dates, we are starting with monthly belly measurements of my broodmares who will be foaling in 2026. We already measured 4 of our mares, including Charlotte. Now part 2, we are starting with Phoebe. Phoebe is due in April, so she is towards the end of our foaling season. Even then, she's a little bit on the porky side. Now, she's a really short-backed mare. Her belly got into the 90s last year. I don't think she ever broke 100 inches. I'm gonna guess, she looks really good right now. I'm gonna guess she's 88 inches. You're such a good girl. 86 3/4. 86 3/4. Right on par with the other mares kind of her size. Can I just point out the difference from last year to this year? Not a dragon, much more. Walter, do you want me to measure your belly? You're not pregnant. Next is Happy. She is also one of our last mares due for 2026. I think she and Annie have the same due date, like April 12th, I think. I'm gonna say, we're gonna just stay on par with like 87 inches. That's kind of where I think we are. I keep wanting to say more, but I'm gonna stick with 87. Oh, 86.5. Right on, 86.5. I bet if Gracie was pregnant, she would still be bigger than everybody else. She's not even pregnant. Look at how thick that girl is. And next is Annie. She and Happy have the same due date. Annie is interesting because she never ends up looking that big. She always is just like tucked up high in her tummy. She never gets super low in her pregnancy. Yeah, you just look snatched. I'm gonna guess that she's around the same as, I'm gonna guess 88. Because again, she's just thicker than you think she is. 86 on the dot. That's the number today. 86. Next is Miss Ricky. Ricky's also having her first baby. She's due February 9th, so she's a little bit more far along than the mares you've seen in this part. I'm gonna guess because this is her first baby and because she stayed riding for a bit longer, she's gonna be a little bit smaller throughout her pregnancy. I don't know. I'm gonna say right at 86 like everybody else. Of course, the one time I don't say 87 or something. She's 87 inches, 1 inch bigger. All right, I'll take it though. 87 inches for Ricky. And last but not least, Miss Raven, who is due first. Her due date is January 20th. So she's actually coming off of grass, her and Ricky, very soon. Oh my gosh. I don't think the camera, because she's dark, I don't think it's showing how big she is. She is huge. Yeah, no angle is showing how in person huge she looks. Anyway, we'll let the numbers tell. I'm gonna guess, I don't think she's as big as Indy. And she's only had one other baby. So that's also a reason why. Indy's had a few. I'm gonna say Raven, she's younger too. I'm gonna say she's 91 inches. I don't think I've ever done this to Raven. We've never had a baby with Raven. Oh Lord, I was wrong. She's barely smaller than Indy, 95.5. She's only a 1/2 inch smaller than Indy. And that is it for the bump dates in October. We are doing monthly until probably we get into the last few weeks of Raven and Ricky's pregnancies, and then we'll start doing them a little more often. I think I usually start these a little bit earlier, but anyway, let me know if you were accurate on your guesses. And stay tuned for more updates on these mamas as we go into foaling season in literally 2.5 months.